morning. Where we got last week, we got the center island planted and some of the rocking, as you can see. We got all of these plants in. We got our birch in. What we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be rocking all of this to start. Waiting on Bobby to get the sand so we can start piping sand and getting the turf down on our putting green, which is very exciting. Let's get into it.
We're getting to the tedious portion of the putting green and the base. Gone from a 3/4 clear, which was very rocky, you saw at the beginning, to a 3/4 minus that had sand in it, to a 3/4 crushed granite that's even more fine. So you can see in here, there's not a lot of big rocks showing, but there's some on the edges. And now we're at a 1/4 minus limestone. In Minnesota, they call it an aggregate limestone. So this stuff is like super fine. It's like sand, but it has some 1/4 inch pieces in it, so you can still compact it. So we'll get this nice and wet after, and it will just get super firm. This is like what they use on baseball fields. We'll be able to make this thing just perfectly level, just more piping.
Got yesterday is we got the first layer of limestone all down here and piped. Drew and Bobby will be going through with levels today and kind of making it like exactly perfect. And the turf is coming down. We also got all this rock in on this side. We will be building up this berm all the way throughout here, planting at least up to here, I believe. We're getting another 5 yards dirt to build up this side, and then yeah, you guys will see the progress. So a little update, we had a plethora of boulders left over from this wall. What we decided to do with it is we're gonna bury them in this trench here so they kind of act like a natural edge. They're, as you can see by these two, they're buried down quite a bit. So they're not gonna be showing too much, but it's gonna be a nice little wall for that river rock to come and sit up next to. Let's get rolling. Brian and I, we have been working on building up the final part of all this dirt. Got probably 3/4 of all the boulders in, which is going to act as like a natural edge to keep all the river rock in. So as you guys can see, we've built this up quite a bit. That's finished grade. This is where we're at. Finished putting these boulders in, getting dirt, and we're going to start to fabric all this and then plant. So let's get going.
We're screening. We actually. Oh, Drew, you give the update.
Then we're screening. We are currently taking our fancy loot rakes. We are getting out all of the high spots.
You have no idea if that's what it's called.
I'm 92% sure that's probably what it's called.
Everyone in the comments, let us know what these rakes are called, because I think he's wrong, but I have no idea what they're called.
Definitely could be wrong.
I just know them as lake rakes.
We are taking the high spots out. As you can see, this was one of them. So we scrape it down and redistribute our crushed egg limestone. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, our aggregate limestone.
They're taking our fancy 5mm membrane because they are planning on putting a tee box over yonder. So when they chip from 50 yards away, it stops the ball from denting our base. After we finish getting the high spots out, we take our little fancy screener and we run back and forth over the top of everything to redistribute everything evenly.
Fun stuff. Bringing turf down. It couldn't have gone perfect. These things are massive.
Okay, so we've screened and rolled everything. We're having a distributor come out to kind of confirm how well we did. So in between waiting for him, we decided to play some holes. So the holes, we usually like to have the client kind of choose where they're gonna go, because everyone has a different opinion of how they want to play around on their putting green. So in this scenario, our client wanted to just treat it like a golf course where you could go from hole 1 to hole 2 to hole 3 and kind of work his way around the course. So kind of random and sporadic, but it'll be pretty fun, which is kind of cool. So we have our holes marked, we have our fringe marked, we have our seam marked where our putting green surfaces will come together. And really now we just wait on the distributor and start installing a pad and stockpiling dirt.
As you guys saw through the time lapse, Drew and Bobby got a couple of the holes in so far and getting them nice and packed and leveled. Another thing that we will be working on today is planting this whole side up to here. So Brian and Bob over here are laying those out, and we're actually putting a flagpole in right back there. Yeah, making progress, and yeah, let's get going. Update. We're gonna have Brian, our other owner in this company, an absolute legend. He will be given the update. So here he is.
What's up, YouTube? Update here. We got the boys. They put in the holes for the putting green. We got some plants laid out. What's left, we're gonna lay this pad out, make sure it's nice and flat across the whole thing, so then we can lay the turf.
Yeah. Fun stuff. We're getting there. As you guys have seen through the time lapse, we've got the top part laid and duct taped, and we got a couple nails in there to secure them. We got Bob and Drewski over here. What'd you say?
I said it's called seam tape. It's not duct tape. It's fancy.
Okay, seam tape, even though
Duct tape. Fancy duct tape. Special.
we're just getting this bottom part finished up, and then we're gonna lay the turf out to sit out overnight.
Plan over here, buddy.
Cut it more?
Nice.
Is your name Cut It More?
Oh. No.
Saw yesterday, we got turf laid out. Today we'll be securing all that and getting that seam and that seam lined up, along with getting the fringe all laid out and secured. Alex he's our distributor. He's coming out today at like 1 to help us with both those seams, because those are kind of the tricky parts. So you guys will be seeing a little bit of that, and then along with that, we will be rocking this entire side and then getting the rest of the plants to come up to this corner. So it's going to be a productive day, so let's get into it. As you guys saw, we got all this rock in fairly quick, actually. And one thing that we wanted to point out to you guys saw these black bucket things that we put over these plants. It makes it super nice. Brian actually thought of that. Good call, Brian. And so then you can just dump rock right over it, and then it doesn't hurt the plant and have rock just sit on it. Then you can pull the bucket up and it's a perfect circle around them. That worked amazing for any of you guys doing a lot of rock work around plants. Would try that. So yeah, now we're just waiting on some more plants, and yeah, more progress. Got a little bit of a change of plan. The distributor who was supposed to come out today to help us with these seams and get them perfect, he actually rescheduled on us, so he's coming tomorrow morning, which actually is good for us because as you can see, it's really sunny out and it's good for this turf to sit in the sun, and the longer it sits, the better it is for it before we actually tack it down and make it perfect. So what we are doing now is we're going to finish up all the landscaping around the entire green. So what that entails is we'll be finishing up this corner over here. So right now we're building it up with dirt, and then we're going to be using some of the extra limestone that we had, and we're going to be placing some more steppers right through here as another entrance on the golf course from the yard. And then after that, we're going to be planting the rest of the plants that go over there, and then getting some rock in there. We are getting there.
Hello. Well, planting a plant with a post hole digger. I saw some crews do it in California, and I don't know if it works as well here. What we're doing is we're planting our final plants. You can see we rocked the whole outside edge. The boys did an amazing job. Added flagstone. This is Chilton flagstone. We didn't already say it a million times. They wanted to have it, the homeowners wanted to have it wrap around the fire pit so it was easier to walk off the stepping stone right onto the pit. So that's what we did. You can see it kind of wrap around. So from here, planting, rocking, most of the landscaping is almost done, and then we can refocus on the turf again.
To those of you that are still here, thank you for making it this far in the video. Where we got all these plants in. We added 3 more dwarf arbs right through here. Grass, got the steppers in. So what you guys will be seeing next week is we will be installing all this turf. We're going to be getting the seal glued. We're going to get all the edges nailed. We're going to get the fringe in. We're going to get the tee box in, and then you guys will be seeing the final product. I know I said the final product would be this week, but I wanted to get a video out this week and didn't want to rush things. So I'll see you guys next week, and thanks for watching.